Bold and Beautiful Show 5515 VTR 1/20/2009.
Yeah, Mr. Big Shot just pulled up.
So Rick's coming in, even though the fire was last night.
He wants to be here for the meeting.
Well, he should stay home and recover, because we can damn sure run this company without him.
Well, he's okay, right? He's very upset.
Yeah, you can bet he's going to milk that.
Rick, thank God you're okay. God, you could have been killed.
But I wasn't. You try waking up to a blazing inferno and all that smoke. It's situations like that that make you realize what's truly important in your life. For me, that's family. That tops the list. Which is why I'm here today, despite almost being burned alive last night. I have responsibilities to this company and my family.
I'm glad you could be here. I called this meeting today to let you know that Lieutenant Baker is doing an investigation on the fire at Rick's house. It appears it was arson.
You think it was intentional?
Yes. An attempt was made on my son's life last night. Now, I want you all to keep your eyes and your ears open. I know Rick is controversial, but the person who tried to kill him might be right here at Forrester Creations.
Right, then. We're all very worried about little Ricky, aren't we? Okay, but unfortunately we have a company to run. When Dad's away, the mice do play. Now, Brooke has announced that we're having the new line debut a lot sooner than expected. Wasn't really the intended purpose of the press conference, but so be it. Enough chit-chat. Now, we all have to put in 110% if we're going to get the new deadline going, okay? I suggest we all get to it. Before everybody gets to work, since I am staying on as president of Forrester Creations, I made a few additional decisions. First order of business, the Forrester Surf line. Unfortunately, it did not do as well as we expected. Pam, we know your crochet bikini was hot for, a short amount of time, but your services will no longer be needed. Owen, same goes for you.
What? You're firing me? You have no right to do
Pam,
that.
I'm sorry, the fashion business is a cutthroat business. In the meantime, we have to slash prices on the merchandise so we can get it off the shelves, all right?
So what are we gonna do, Rick? We can just have a fire sale? I love it how you take all the credit for the surf line when it's good and it's great. And then when things get tough, you bail. Just guess that's how Ricky rolls, right?
Rick's house caught on fire?
Last night after I left. But Rick's fine. I went there in the morning to see him and I ran into Lieutenant Baker. He said the fire was set on purpose. Someone tried to kill Rick.
Well, I'm glad that Rick is okay, but sweetheart, you shouldn't even have been there.
Mom,
you should not have been there alone with him. All right, I'm going to ask you something, and I want the truth right now. Have you and Rick slept together?
Hi, Annie. I had asked Detective Baker and Lieutenant Baker to come by. What I was about to say is that Ridge and I have done a lot of thinking about this fire, and we have some thoughts about your investigation.
And?
Well, we think we might know who the suspect could be.
Somebody who's deceptive and devious enough to set Rick's place on fire.
The person who might possibly have gotten away with not being charged with the criminal offenses for the death of Phoebe.
Sounds like you're talking about Rick Forster.
The guy's a liar and a cheat.
He'll do anything he can to get what he wants.
What exactly are you suggesting?
Well, that Rick set the fire himself.
That's a very serious charge, Mrs. Forster.
Yes. Yes, it is. But we believe, we're very confident, that your investigation is going to lead to the victim himself.
You know, it makes me sick that Rick is acting like he's master of the freaking universe.
You know, everything will be different if you got your chance to run things.
Yeah.
Pam, come on, what's the point?
Well, at least it keeps my hands busy. Otherwise, I might throttle that little tyrant.
Yeah, well, if I don't get to him first.
I'm sorry, Owen. You don't deserve this.
Well, neither do you. I mean, what kind of a person gets burnt to a crisp and then comes to work and starts firing people? Who does that?
Someone almost fired Rick last night.
Hey, look, Owen, man, I know we had our differences in the past, but it shouldn't be you going. It should be Rick.
You need to get a handle on your son, Brooke. Owen shouldn't have been fired.
Well, at least we don't have to deal with Pam anymore.
Yes, she's a threat to everyone in this family, which Eric refuses to acknowledge, but firing Owen, he's way out of line. It's just like when he sent Marcus off to Paris. And we all know what happened as a result of that.
Look, he's made mistakes, but right now my main concern is my son's safety.
What do the police have to say?
Lieutenant Baker believes that this arson was a crime of passion. Steffi broke up with Marcus because of Rick. And usually a crime of passion is because of a jilted lover. Marcus has been awfully quiet lately.
You cannot possibly think that this was my son.
No. Look, I just need to look at all the possibilities. Has he mentioned anything about his feelings for Rick?
Of course he's upset about the breakup, Brooke. Of course he is.
Is he upset enough to set fire to Rick's house?
No way. Look, Marcus and I have been separated for years. But I know my son. And he did not do this.
Well, I don't have answers, and I need answers.
Do the police have any evidence?
No, but they assured me that they would. I just hope they find the person responsible before something else happens.
I'll let you know if I hear anything.
And I'll talk to Marcus, okay? But, maybe it's best for Rick just to go away, go back to Paris for his own safety.
No. He needs his family. He's staying here with us.
Brooke, this could be dangerous. Somebody obviously wants to get rid of Rick. And I'm sure the evidence will point to whoever it is. But it won't be my son.
You know what? That was real cold-blooded the way you sold out Owen like that, man.
Lose the attitude, Marcus.
Or what? What, you gonna fire me too? You know, I hope that when Steph finds out that you blamed Owen for the failure of your surf line, that she finally sees you for the real punk that you are.
Sometimes a leader has to make difficult decisions. It's one of the drawbacks of being in a position of incredible power.
You think you got it all, don't you, big brat? The presidency, my girl. But you see, Rick, it's all gonna blow up in your face, man.
You and Rick have slept together.
I waited until I was sure it was right.
Steffi, he is so wrong for you. Do you have any idea how devastated your father is going to be about
want
this?
to hurt Dad. I don't want to hurt him. But I'm old enough to know what's right for me.
Mom, I don't want you to worry. But Rick loves me. And he's not gonna hurt me.
Honey, you have put up with so much. That Brooke would allow Rick to stay in the company, and that now she's encouraging him in a relationship with your daughter?
She's not encouraging him.
Well, she hasn't forbidden it. She should do everything in her power to keep him away from your daughter. Look, she knows how much it meant to you to have Steffi working here at the company. She wasn't the least bit concerned about your feelings. In my opinion, the only person that she really cares about here is her son. He's number one, not
Now
her
you're
husband.
not being fair.
No, don't say that to me. It's Brooke who's not being fair. This is a troubled young man. He's not stable. And as long as your daughter is involved in any kind of a relationship with him, she's not safe.
I have talked with her. I've forbidden her from seeing him, but she won't listen to me. There's only so much I can do, and that scares the hell out of me.
Well, it should, especially if your own wife doesn't support you in this.
Someone just tried to kill my son, and you're in here trying to make trouble for Ridge and me? Please leave, Stephanie. I want to talk to my husband alone.
Remember what I just said to you. This is your second daughter. She's not safe.
Charbroiled brat gave me my walking papers.
Honey, we'll work this out.
Rick killed Phoebe for Pete's sake. He's allowed to stay on. And then what does he do? He shoves a pink slip down my throat.
Pam, honey, calm down.
Well, what am I gonna do, Steph? They don't want my bikinis anymore.
Guess what? Here's what we'll do. We'll do a whole new line. Crocheted purses. You're not going anywhere, I promise you. Okay?
Crochet.
Excuse me? No, this woman is going right out that door. She is a menace. Have you forgotten what she's done to Eric? Because I haven't. And I haven't forgotten what you've done to me. Not the bear, not the honey, not the gun in my face.
Donna, you know that I was not myself when I did those terrible things.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you pretend not to remember, but I know you do. You have no business being here.
Stop that, or I'll slap you silly. It is not your decision. It is not Rick's decision. This is my sister, and she stays here. Got it?
Marcus, mind if we ask you a couple of questions?
Look, if this is about that fire at Rick's house, man.
Word is Steffi dumped you. Maybe for Rick.
That doesn't mean that I torched his house, detective.
Well, then, if you have nothing to hide, there shouldn't be any problems, right?
Your father is going to be absolutely devastated when he hears how far this has gone.
Rick thinks Dad may already know.
What?
He has this idea that it could be Dad who set the beach house on fire.
Thought I fired you.
Yeah, you sure did. Even though I've been loyal to this company and I have worked my butt off.
Bro, look at the bright side. You have some time off now to hang out with your surfing buddies.
Yeah, maybe I'll have a little time for a barbecue on the beach. Who knows?
Once again, your mother is stirring the pot, hoping to get us into a fight over Rick.
Lieutenant Baker is investigating this. I know you're not going to want to hear this, but I know what he's going to find. He's going to find that Rick did this, Brooke. Rick set the fire himself.
You can't possibly believe that.
After everything he's pulled, one manipulation after another, I wouldn't put anything past that.
Ridge, my God, what you're suggesting, it's ridiculous. I'm not going to let you accuse my son of that.
Brooke, you and I vowed that nothing was going to get between us. Well, guess what? Rick is getting between us now.
Why do you have to be so suspicious of him? Don't you think it's time to forgive?
Forgive that he took my daughter from me? I can't believe you'd even ask that of me. I don't want him anywhere near Steffi, Brooke. And now you've allowed him to stay here, continue working here, which means the two of them are still going to be close together. You knew I wanted Rick to go away, but you backed down.
I know. I'm sorry. I just couldn't banish my own son. Ridge, Steffi and Rick, they have feelings for each other. Now, I wish that weren't the case. But if they want to be together, they will be.
So you're telling me I can't protect my own daughter?
If she wants to see Rick, you can't stop her. No more than your mother could stop us.
Well, I can't accept that, Brooke. I can't accept that, and neither should you.
So, where were you the night of the fire?
Working. Did anyone see you?
I don't know. It was late.
You're wasting your time, Lieutenant. Marcus wasn't involved.
We have to pursue every possible angle, Mrs. Forrester, including the chance that Marcus might have issues with Rick stealing his girlfriend.
Follow the evidence. You're not going to find anything linking Marcus to that fire.
Just doing my job, Owen.
Oh, so that gives you the right to treat people like dirt?
You are a junior private investigator. You had the chance to be a part of a very high-end fashion house. You should be grateful, not mad.
Wow. You enjoy it while you can, Mr. High and Mighty. Because I got a really strong feeling that your power trip is going to explode.
Rick thinks your father set the fire?
I told him that was impossible.
Of course it is. Do you see how crazy this is getting? It's completely out of control.
Because Dad won't give me and Rick a chance.
You shouldn't even expect him to, Steffi. Rick is the reason your sister is gone. And now he's convinced you to sleep with him?
I just want everyone in the family to accept my relationship with Rick.
That is never going to happen. But we do have to tell him. We have to tell your dad. I think it would be best if I'm the one who tells him.
Are you sure?
I'll handle it as best I can.
Well, I have reached my limit, Brooke. You and Rick keep saying get over it. Well, I will never get over it.
Rick has problems and he needs help. But he's in danger now. Somebody threatened his life. And he's not doing this to himself, Ridge. That's absurd.
Well, then even more reason that Steffi shouldn't be anywhere near him.
I have to support my son. I can't turn my back on him when somebody's trying to kill him.
So is this it? Is this the one obstacle we can't get beyond?
What? No, don't even think that.
Rick said months ago he swore that he was going to come between us. Is he succeeding?
No, Ridge, we'll get through this.
He's got a vendetta against me, Brooke. He hates me as much as I hate him. Your son is severely messed up. You look at him and see your little boy. I look at him and I see Satan.
Rick is not evil. In fact, I happen to believe that he truly does care about Steffi.
Oh, please. He's not capable of caring about anybody but himself.
He's not the only one that wants this relationship. Steffi wants it too.
Well, this is the one thing she's not going to have then. I will put her away somewhere and take her halfway around the world, whatever it takes.
You wouldn't.
Yes, Brooke, I would. I do not want her anywhere near your son. I don't want him touching her at all. If I find out that he's taking this relationship any further, the idea of that man violating my daughter, I couldn't stand that, Brooke. I couldn't stand it.
get that. I'll see you later.
Hello.
Rich, I need to speak with you. It's about Steffi.
Does this have to do with Rick?
Yes.
What is it, Taylor? What has he done to her now?